Jeff has done me a real favor here. I moved this table here. It's a little unsteady. I thought it would impress you. Jeff, unwrap this thing around here. Maybe I just wanted to pretend I'm a little taller, a lot taller. Sean Bradley taller here. Remember playing basketball with Sean? Sean Bradley? Yeah. I have played backyard basketball at Chuck and Jody's place with Sean Bradley. The backyard court was just big enough that I could get far enough away not to get blocked every time. I don't know if I made any shots there, but he's a nice fellow. Do you see Sean at all? I know he injured himself. And yeah, he seems like a real decent fellow. Yeah, Jeff has really given me a real sweet assignment here. After all the cute kids who actually have talent, and after everyone's eaten and they've been here all day and they're hot and tired, then I should talk about the meaning of all things, the moat. That's what I promised to my university students. If you pay careful attention, the meaning of all things might appear. The moat is more important than the goat. And that's kind of where I'm going here. Joel Brown is listening to me, I appreciate that, and Lisa. My son Nathaniel is listening a minute ago. Justin and Aunt Jody are really tuned in. That's all I need. With those intelligent people, I can carry on. Uncle Chuck, what about Uncle Chuck? You've never paid me no mind. How you doing? You ever find it a hard question to answer? I mean, how about you've seen somebody after 20 years maybe, somebody you're close to even, or have known well, and they say, how you doing? You've got 7 seconds to answer. How do you do with questions like that? That's a tough one, isn't it? I asked one of my cousins, what else are you meet people again, you would actually like to know how you do, but what are you going to say in passing? She said, well, I'm doing okay, and I know what she means. It's complicated to answer that question, isn't it? See, my granddaughter Jackie is paying attention. The more people you love, the more responsibilities you have, the harder it is to answer that question, how are you doing? Because it's complicated. How are you doing, Joel? Is it a little complicated? It's a little uneven. Is your family running on all cylinders all the time and everybody's doing well, prosperous, righteous, getting along, seeing each other, seeing things the same way, communing? Is that the way it goes in your family? That's not the way it goes, is it? No, it's not like that. The more people you love, every person you love is like a hostage the world has on you, right? But here's the strange thing. It's good and beautiful. If I knew everyone's name, there's my sister Minta. I know she's with Loretta, and I know her name, and I don't think she's paying attention to it. But she's more than 40 feet away, so I guess I'll grant her an exemption. How are you doing, Minta? I can't hear you. I've got the mic. Here she comes. I asked for it. Am I hearable over there, 50 feet away? Okay, Minta, I'm glad you walked over. What's this? Minta, how are you doing? How's your family? Everything perfect? Everyone getting along? Everyone righteous and happy and prosperous? No problems?
Not ever.
Yeah, it's not like that, is it? I know.
But do we all love each other? Yes.
There you go. You know what? And if everybody doesn't love each other, if you love everybody, you're already there. That's a huge gain. You know, there was a time when something very difficult, this is some decades ago, very traumatic, very challenging was happening in my family to one of my children, and it was almost unbearable. And I didn't know if I could take it. And it's like I heard a voice at that moment. I think I was stretched. My heart was wrenched and stretched as far as it would wrench and stretch. And I heard a voice, or something like a voice, that said to me, "You are blessed to have this person to love." I have never forgotten that. And that, my friends, is true. If you have someone to love, it's even better. It's great if they love you back. But if you have someone to love, you are blessed. We have people to love. And a lot of them love us back and know our names. And even after decades, I don't know how long it's been since I saw Shane Roberts, last Shane, but he, how long has it been since we saw each other? Has it been 20 years or a long time? We both had brown hair, but he gave me a hug. I felt like he meant it. That was sweet. I appreciate that. Is this a great family or what? One definition of great is big, so we need that, and I wonder, there's probably at least this many that aren't here, right, Uncle Jeff? So this is a big family. That's great. When I was 14 and my sister Jackie Sue, we're the King cousins, by the way, Jackie Sue and I, since we've lost our senior Mount Curry cousins, relatively young. Jackie Sue and I are the King and Queen cousins, the oldest surviving of our generation. But we went to get a blessing when she was 16 and I 14. And one thing, I was reminded of this today because the blessing was about past and future, and it said to me, "You are from one of the great families of the earth." One of the great families of the earth. And I was thinking, all right, well, maybe if I look into my family line, maybe like I'm related to George Washington or John Hancock. Not, turns out, or kings and queens, pardon me? Yeah, well, we are. We're related to great people. What does it mean to be great? Well, when you're young and you want to be rich and famous, I don't know, an astronaut. I wanted to be a basketball star. I could have been a contender, don't you think, Jeff? I could have been couldn't have been a contender. Uncle Jeff was a great basketball player. What's the arena called? Oh, the Spectrum, is that where you played? With like 12,000 people or more then? That was great to see Uncle Jeff play basketball. He was one cool customer. Point guard. It's been a while. My cousin twice removed, Kennedy. Now she's great. She's famous. That's great, but it's good to want to achieve things, including things that can make your greatness appear. But now I know something about what that blessing meant when it said, "You're from one of the great families of the earth." Because greatness too is complicated. Now, let me tell you something, just to be that's something you learn eventually by being a parent and a grandparent. And we have to learn it over and over again. Just being a human being and helping to make another human being, that's a hard thing. That's an extraordinary thing. Have you noticed that? Just to be a functioning, competent, that's not a given. To be a functioning, competent human being who can maybe spend some time caring about other human beings, that is a world-making achievement. And the true greatness that is present in this great family. It is complicated. But if we have somebody to love, and it's up to us to love somebody, and it will be returned, but even when it's not, it is a transcendent blessing to have someone to love. And family is the best place to learn about this. I'm grateful for this great, complicated family. We'll keep on trying to be competent human beings, helping other human beings become competent human beings. It's a full-time, never-ending, complicated job. And I'm convinced it has eternal significance. I'm convinced that when you love somebody, give to somebody, sacrifice for somebody, open your heart to somebody, that doesn't go away. That ripples throughout the eternities. That's what I believe. Thank you. Maybe that's enough, Uncle Jeff. Thank you, Ralph.